more of an enjoyable experience. Anyway, I'm turning it on now. Sup, you fools! Matt, ESC United, welcome, welcome, and welcome. We are here in beautiful Lisbon. We're actually here. Can you believe it? I hope you can hear me. We just set everything up, and I hope that the sound is working. Everything has been like really rushed. They didn't let us into the arena quickly. So this is where we're at. Let me know if you all guys can hear me, and then I'll make sure I'll keep talking. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. So once again, thank you for joining us. I know it's early for everyone. It is Azerbaijan that is going to rehearse first. They're going to start any minute. Keep in mind, we do have to mute the chat. The chat, not the chat, but the stream when they come on for legal reasons. The EBU dictates that, and copyright infringements, and all of that stuff. So you know how that goes, but we will give you a quick break through. And I do see already her on stage, by the way. She is lying on something. She's wearing white, and she's laying on some podium backwards. So it's already starting. Oh my god. So this is really exciting. And the rehearsal is going to start any second now. I will put that on mute in just a moment. But she's wearing white, and she's leaning backwards on some kind of, I don't know what it is. But she's launching in the back. So that's where we're at right now. And people are saying, no, you cannot watch the rehearsals. You never can watch the rehearsals. That's the whole thing. This is just for you to come in into the room here, and we'll chat about it from the press center. This is just a legal thing we cannot do. We'll show you the clips as soon as they become available. But I will give you a breakdown of what's happening, and we're just going to have fun here. So, oh, they're going to hover over her, like with the... okay. Oh, she's already singing, but it's no sound. So she is leaning back, and then she's going forward and singing into the camera. She's doing this. She's wearing white, and the background is like blue bars. What even is that?
That's the stage.
That's a stage, yeah. It's like interesting. And she has like five. What is that? These are random ramps. Okay, she's running around by herself. She's you can see leg. You can see a lot of legs, and she does a lot of acrobatic stuff like this, running up the those little pyramids-looking thingies. So it's just her on stage, by the way. So you don't see anybody else but her. So it's going to be an Aisel focused performance. Again, there's no sound right now. As soon as it comes on, I will turn it off. She's very, yeah, doing this. There, I cross my heart. Oh, she's doing that shouty thing there as well. Yeah, she's doing a very acrobatic performance. So she's all her in white, onto some weird little podium thingies that she's standing on. So this is what's happening. And there is a backup singer in the back now that you can see. He's also wearing white, and he's approaching her. Hmm? Okay, they're putting the sound up now, so I gotta mute it. Okay, everyone. So this was the first round of rehearsals. So they're going to go back and talk about it, and like in 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to do the next round through. But let me give you the quick breakdown. So there's a lot going on. So they have these weird pyramid-y kind of podiums that she is utilizing. She's on stage on her own for the most part. And until, like, I think the second chorus, I want to say, that's when 4 backup singers come out and join her on stage and dancing with her on those podiums. That's what they're doing. So that is really, really cool. And they're all wearing white, and they're all doing all these movements and really good choreography. They're all wearing white. I said the stage, the rest is very blue lights in the back and all of that stuff. And they do use these special effects. You know, like it looks like a glitter light stars at first. That kind of, when she does this, they go around her, and then it turns to a spinning planet Earth or a planet or something like that. Something like
stars that spin around.
Stars spin around. They almost look like a planet or something like that. They spin around her. These are the special effects that they used in Stockholm. They didn't really do that last year, really, but in Stockholm we saw a lot of that kind of stuff. So
last year it was Bulgaria.
Yeah, and other countries as well. I remember Italy. They did that as well with the weird stuff. So this is what happened. So they did. I think it looked really good. Lots of choreography. So everything is well rehearsed. And there may be some. I don't know if they're going to add fireworks, but we won't know for sure until the second rehearsals usually. But maybe they will surprise us. We never know. So this is what's happening here right now. So again, I will repeat myself a few times only because, you know, people come in and they leave. But Azerbaijan's rehearsals, it was Aisel all in white, wearing like a dress that shows a lot of legs, and it was almost like a nightgown a little bit. And she's sitting on one of those weird podiums, and she's doing her thing on her own. And then during the second chorus, then all the backup vocalists and who are also like doing a choreography join her on stage on those podiums and doing fun little things. So it looks to me really, really good. I think they did a really good with the staging and with the special effects and all of that. It's going to be, I think, visually quite impressive. People are asking about the stage, I think. The stage, it is more traditional. It's not like Kiev. It's not like, it doesn't have any LEDs, so they're going to rely.
But it's not like Oslo.
No, it's not like Oslo. No, it's not like Oslo. They do have, it looks like weird little, the lights in the back, it looks like bars. I don't know what they are, but it's a certain look that you will see as soon as the first clip comes online. So that is interesting. So it's hard to explain the stage. You will see it soon. People are asking also about how she sounded. We didn't hear the sound until like 2 minutes into the song, so only the last minute we heard. They now cranked up the sound at last, so that is nice. But she sounded fine from what I can hear, and the backup vocalist supported her effectively. I think there's 2 males and 2 females in the back, right? So a total of 5 people, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're replaying it. They do sometimes go back. They have also, it's very, boom. That reminds me a little bit of Oslo, though, with the lights, because there's flashy lights effects.
I think those bars they've got in the background.
Yeah.
Breaks it up a little bit.
Yes, it does. So it looks pretty darn good, if you ask me. So yes, I'm giving this the thumbs up. I'm going to ask around first impression, Sean.
Can they hear us?
A little bit, yeah. I'm just gonna. No, I'm not asking about the song. I'm talking the staging, though.
The staging's good.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not.
No, I like the song as well. But yeah, the angles are good. The way they use the visual effects.
The visual effects. Also, I see it right now. They also have it around the backup singer. So they do this little movement, and then you see the glitter over their hands, and then now it spins around her, and then it zooms out, and then boom, the stars come out like that. So it's really, really cool. How big is the stage, you guys would say? It's decent size. It's bigger than Oslo. It's bigger than Kiev. It's not small. It's hard for me to say how big it is, like compared to other years, because the camera work doesn't always really tell us, and we only had 3 minutes, so this is the first thing we saw.
A lot of the time with the stages, you can look at them on screen, because we only see them on screen for the first couple of days. And think, oh, it looks massive.
Yeah, that's true.
Arena, it's actually tiny.
It is true. It really comes down to camera work. So yes, this is right now what they're doing. By the way, in Azerbaijan, in the arena, is the whole team, the Azerbaijani delegation, is reviewing this particular um, performance, and then they're gonna point at stuff like this is good, this is bad, let's redo this. So there's a longer break between the first and the second performance every year, and then she gets to perform, I think, a total of 4 times today, and then her second rehearsal is I think Thursday. Then she gets to do 3 more run-throughs. So the stage, oh, it looks big though. The stage, look at that. It could be just a.
It's a big arena, so it
It's a big
probably
arena,
is.
yeah. It looks pretty big, the stage, but again, it could be just the way. I need to see more because right now they have it on like far, far away. The stage. It's
I don't know what Oslo was like in person, but I think this because Oslo is massive, wasn't it? The
yes,
screen. It's
yes,
not as big as that, but I think the actual stage itself is bigger.
yes. So yes, so this was the. It's so exciting to have the very first rehearsal. Oh my God! It's like feels like Eurovision. I mean, it is Eurovision, so it should
Who was
feel like
first
that.
last year?
But who was first last year? My brain's not working. Sweden. The treadmills. I can't
Oh
go
yeah, that
on.
was a good start.
So, is there some sort of projection reality on? So there's projection. Yes, you see like these effects, as I mentioned earlier. Azerbaijan is
Screen
taking
effects.
screen effects that they use, and they take advantage of it. Azerbaijan will use a stars effect, and you will not be able to see all of that when you see the clips, that the short clips that Eurovision.tv will post, hopefully very soon. You will not get to see that. You have to wait for the actual live broadcast. But it looks good. So when they do this again, then you see like lights come out of above, hovering around them, and then they just boom, like the camera zooms out. And I think they're going to start the second rehearsal in just a second, so I have to mute it. So that's where we're at. But oh, this is the green room in the back, yeah. So that have the camera really zoomed far out. Oh no, they're rewinding the video again. They do always have this with the clips right now. They keep showing us the first rehearsal, and they're rewinding and forwarding it all the time, and then pausing it. It looks really funny. And so now I finally get to hear the whole song, hopefully in full, because the first round we didn't have sound for the first 2 minutes, which happens basically every single year. This was actually the first not flawless one, but at least the first rehearsal was on screen immediately. I remember in previous years, sometimes we
Done
didn't get
well
the
to get
first
it
one.
up so quickly.
Like I remember
Yeah.
Moldova 2015, we saw like from the last round, like the
Saw
last
the last
30,
minute of the
last
last round.
minute or that or something like that. Yes. So I am pleased with the staging here. And keep in mind, we will do a debrief video after all rehearsals, talking about who had the best rehearsals, and just go through this as well. This is just for us to hang out, have fun, and give you a quick breakdown of the, what's going on. So, very. I didn't expect the staging to look like that actually, and I'm not. Actually those pyramids that light up. I didn't have lights on them. So this is the props. So even those podiums that they're standing on, they have lights like bars. So it looks pretty cool. Okay, so the next rehearsal is starting, so I'm going to mute this now. Okay, so this was oh, I'm the only one clapping. Okay, I guess I'm the only nice person. So there are it's basically the same. They haven't done a whole lot of changes. I think there were a few little camera angles here and there that they changed, but other than that, it was basically the same. Just so for you know, she starts out lying on one of those podiums, and then the camera is coming above her, like bird's view, if you will. And she looks up, and then she goes up like this, and then sinks into the camera by herself. She's going to be on her own on the stage for the first minute, and then one guy comes pops up behind her out of nowhere, and then kind of does this whole holding her hand and kind of guiding her, and then all the other backup vocalists and dancers show up, and again, two males, two females. So this is what's happening. It's Azerbaijan, in case you're just tuning in, and that's what it is. Oops. I accidentally deleted the camera here. Okay, sorry guys. I meant to move the text away, not the camera. So yes, keep in mind today it's only me on camera. Now you're gonna get bored of that. We have a short team today only because our buddies Chris and Fernando are just arriving today, and then I only have FA Sean with me, so they're doing all the stuff behind the scenes right now, and Stefan. So tomorrow we'll have guests on it as well. So it's not just me all the time. I'm just going to be the main moderator, and today I'm doing it mostly on my own. But I'm talking to my team here. They're doing their stuff as well. So, are there any questions, FA, at this point?
Let's see. So they're just commenting on.
When will they upload the short clips of the rehearsals? I really want to see. Sennek Stress was one of them. The Sennek Stress will not even be. Sennek's going to be another hour or so too before she sings, and the clips. I don't know. Has anybody checked?
Take about 2 hours maybe to get.
Well, they usually don't use a clip from the very first run through. They usually do like the second or third, where they feel a little comfortable.
Does Aisel run around like in the music video or more standing still?
No, there's very little standing still. She is very active on stage. She's running around. She's having fun. It's all down to the point choreographed. So there's not a whole lot of. Now, as far as vocals are concerned, I think she sounds fine. Sean said she's okay, just a little shaky. To me, it's not very noticeable. So it's fine. I think it's acceptable.
Does it look production-wise more like Stockholm or like Kiev?
It's the first
I know
performance.
It's a strange question.
It's a difficult question because I say I'm going to compare it. Well, first of all, they don't have LED, so it looks completely different, right? But I'm going to say more like Stockholm, only because it has those screen effects, those special effects that they didn't really use in Kiev, where they add stars and all that stuff. What they did.
I think the actual stage looks a bit more like Kiev.
The natural stage looks a little bit more like Kiev, but it's really hard to compare again because it is different. They don't have LEDs, so you cannot really compare it to them. But I compare it to Stockholm because of the whole effect stuff that's going on.
Is the podium like Marriott this year in the festival?
Is the podium like No. It's like a small. It's not a podium. It's like
that's a pyramid, isn't it? But this is.
It's sort of like a triangle, like small little podiums that are just like 50 centimeters high, maybe, or something like that, 30 to 50 centimeters. And it's kind of like angled so they can run up on them. And then it kind of cuts down like that. So it's a little pyramid like this. And they can walk up on them, and they're like 4 or 5, and they have light bars and all that stuff. So it's not like they're high up. They can run up those ramps. They're like little ramps almost.
Tuka wants to know, what's your favorite song pre-rehearsals this year?
What my favorite song is pre-rehearsals? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Heva from the press team. We have already the sheets for the interviews. If you want to put your name.
You go ahead. Sorry, we had some people talking to us. The question was...
Have you done the download of the application?
Yes, we've done that. Thank you. Sorry about that. Use your name, whichever. Okay. So sorry about that. We're very popular. So my favorite. I have so many favorite songs this year. I didn't do a favorite one. I have several at the top. Austria comes to mind. I love Israel. I love Croatia. There are so many of them that I love. So there are a bunch of them. So as I said, this is the Azerbaijan rehearsal. They are 30 minutes long today. They get to perform 4 times usually. Sometimes only 3 if they take forever. But usually it's 4 times, and then we're moving on to the next country, and that will be Iceland. Hopefully some of you will stick around. It's not as popular of a song, but hey, we're here to have fun, right? So that is what's happening. Then the press conferences will start soon as well. And then we'll be recording those as well. You can watch them live on Eurovision.tv, but they will also be on our channel. So that is really cool. Jay Busick is asking, how does it look on camera, better or worse than last year? Again, that is subjective, depending on what you consider if it was good or bad. I'm getting used to the whole look of the new stage because it has a little bit of an Oslo feel, even though it doesn't look like Oslo. But because of no LEDs, they rely on the lighting a lot. So that is what is different here. So I gotta mute because the next run through is coming up in 2 seconds. So just letting you know.
Before we just started, wants to know, there's an outer ring connected to the middle via bridges. Have they been used already, or do you think they will be used by what artists?
By the what?
The transition thing in the stage, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that will be used. Oh, I got it. I'm mute. Sorry, guys. The answer is... Oh, what was that? That was a little... Okay, now we are. I'll be back. Okay, I'm done clapping because nobody else is clapping. Okay, so they just said that Azerbaijan gets to go even one more time. So this was her 3rd run through. She has one more. So apparently the official Instagram account of Eurovision has already uploaded an Insta story with Aisel performing the first rehearsal. So if you can grab that, that would be fantastic. So this is where we're at right now. I am going to, in the meantime, bring up something as well. So, oh, by the way, I meant to tell you guys they added smoke effects, at least in the beginning. Then it goes away, but during the first verse, there's a little bit smoke stuff now going on. So that's something that didn't use the first true run-throughs. So she'll walk around there, and then the chorus kicks in, and then I think it goes away then, and then at some point the backup dancers and singers will join her on stage. So and they're immediately going for the next dress rehearsal. Yeah. Send that to me, the link. So, okay. This is the last time, peoples. Yeah, 4 times. This is the last round now. So, her staging is, as you can see, not bad. Keep in mind, it looks different on camera. You see just that from the arena on the camera. I think it looks even better on the camera. Now, it's very, as you can see, blue. It's black and blue, and her wearing white. That is the theme and the whole thing that's going on here. So that is what it's going on. I thought they're going to start. I guess not.
It's okay.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to mute you guys. And we're back. So we are now done with Azerbaijan. I'm hearing in the chat that apparently the rehearsal leaked, which is, keep in mind, illegal. We cannot do that. We follow the rules here. But you saw at least how it looks in the arena, I guess. And on camera, of course, keep in mind there is more. They use these special effects. They have these those stars that are circling around them and above them and all of that stuff. So that is the theme they went with, and it looks pretty good. So this was the first rehearsal of the year. Yay, Azerbaijan setting the tone for Sema 1. I think they did it effectively, I would say. And now we're moving on to Iceland. Iceland is number 2, and according to the betting odds, Iceland is not doing well and not expected to qualify. You see in the national final performance, we have to wait and see how all of that is going to turn out. And that is going to be next one up in a few minutes. So what Azerbaijan is doing, they're going to leave the stage. They're going to take their little ramps with them, and they're going to then have an after session talking about this, and then they will join us in the press center. Well, not us here at the table, but there is a press conference room, and that's where they're going to have a meet and greet, and we will be in there. That's next. Okay, so it's the official clip. Somebody said that it's on YouTube as well. That's what I was saying. Somebody posted the link. So that is not allowed. And when the EBU finds out, and that's like a channel, that they're going to take down that video, probably so. That's out of my hands. And yeah, this is where we're at. And now we're just waiting for the stage to be cleared. Were there any questions, FA, at this point?
Let's see. No,
Nope.
not so important. They're asking for the Iceland. So
Iceland is all about Iceland. So I'm curious what Iceland is going to do with the staging. It's a very heavy song, like sad, like that, the melody. So I don't know how they're going to stage it. I hope they're not going to go all blue either, because when I think of the song, I feel like blue staging as well. So that would be kind of like even worse, having two staging in the same color scheme. Oh, it's just a recording of the Insta story on YouTube, so it's not the actual full rehearsal. Okay, then that is fine. Then there is not a problem here, I assume. Somebody's asking, will they upload the videos to their official channel? Not on the first round of rehearsals. They only do a short clip because they don't want the public to see all of it. These are the rehearsals that meant to be just for the acts to get comfortable, figure things out. And as you know, once people see rehearsals, they may drop or rise in the betting odds, and that is not fair, they feel. So they're trying to keep it a little bit more not hush-hush, but certainly don't want to make it too public. And then the second round of rehearsals, Eurovision.tv usually uploads the full 3 minutes video. We expect that to happen this year. They changed the rules this year, and that nobody else but the EBU is allowed to record the rehearsals. So that is unfortunate. So nobody, whether it's us or any of the fan media or official media, they cannot be, and we can be in the arena, but we cannot record the actual performances full. We get like 3 minutes of material for the entire day. So I'm like, that kind of tells you how little time we can use to show you the actual screens. So we just have to have fun here in the press center, and that's where we're at. And hopefully then going forward, it's going to affect... Oh, there is Ari already on stage. Ari is wearing white, a white suit. It's almost like a spacesuit, but he has some red kind of lines on him. It's a very interesting... it looks very futuristic. I think that's a fair thing to say. Like future police officer or something like that. So that is basically what it is. So unfortunately, that means also, by the way, that we cannot actually live stream the jury shows either. So we have to do pre and post shows with that and give a summary. But the EBU cracked down yesterday. They just sent everyone an email saying the rules have changed. No audio, no video available from any of the other shows. So don't get mad at us. We're just a messenger here. So we'll do our best to kind of bring the fun here in the press center. Starting over the next few days, we'll also have a roaming camera so you can see stuff happening. We'll run into the press center and you can see the artists. So we kind of make it a little bit more interactive for you guys. So it's not just me statically sitting here in the corner. So just letting you know. And again, this is now Ari Ólafsson from Iceland on stage already. He's getting ready. He's wearing a white jacket suit kind of looking thing. It has like really weird red kind of lining on there. I don't know what that is. It must look almost like futuristic and then ancient at the same time. So that is his style. As far as like the staging goes, it's hard to say because they have all the technicians with him out there. No audio from the second rehearsals. We are not allowed to give you full audios, unfortunately. It is what it is. So please don't get mad at us. Because I know some people are saying, why are you not giving us the sound? You suck. I'm like, sorry. I can do that and be kicked out of the press center here. I don't want that. So, still waiting on Israel. The camera guy is drunk. He's like just moving the camera around. We have a little glimpse of the green room, I think. I see some couches and sofas there. No jury show. People are mad. I am telling you that there is no jury show. At least we cannot broadcast it. The EBU was very clear in their communication yesterday that it is closed rehearsals. No taping allowed whatsoever. It sucks. It really sucks.
So they're giving a compliment to us. You guys are doing great. No need for videos, they say.
Oh, okay. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Very sweet. We'll do our best. And keep in mind, this is just during the... We're still going to do a lot of live streams, and there will be a bunch of videos. There will be performances. We'll meet with the artists. So there will be stuff. So don't be worried. It's just, you know, we got to play by the rules, but we make the most of it. Do the couches look very comfy in the green room? Yes, somebody posted that. Were you snapping at me? What's up?
No.
Okay. Okay. I thought you were trying to get my attention, but F is just sitting here snapping around for no specific reason. All right. They look very comfy, actually, the couches. They're like in bigger rows. So they're like 10 in one row, and then 6 in another, and then 5 in the front row, and then 4 in the... And it's very interesting. Kind of similar to what they had before. So it's slightly... Yeah, it's in the back, slightly cornered to the left. At least the way it looks like on the camera right now. You can't
do a live stream just like this for jury show.
For the jury show?
Yeah, they say you can't do a live stream just like this for jury show, even if you moved the audio.
Well, yeah, but if I'm muted, then it's muted for 3 hours. So you can watch me muted for 3 hours. You know what I mean? That's kind of kills the purpose of having a live stream. So I'll think about it because we just found out about this yesterday. Logistically, I have to see what works. I'll get with my team and we talk about what makes most sense, and we'll let you know. But feel free to share your thoughts and what we should do as long as we follow the rules, because that is the most important thing. So this is where we're at, and next up it is Iceland. Still waiting for it. The technicians and all the people are standing on stage with Ari right now, talking it through and getting ready. Let's see how that's going to pan out. And then keep in mind, then it's Albania, and then it's Belgium. And then we also are going to take an hour break here for lunch. And then we'll be back with the next group, which will be Czech Republic, Lithuania, and Israel, right? Another big one. And then we're going to take another 30-minute, 20-minute break or something like that. And then we'll wrap it up with the last 3 songs of the night, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Belarus, Estonia, and Bulgaria. Will there be a live stream of the press conferences? Somebody's asking. Yes, there will be a live stream on Eurovision.tv, and on ESC United we will record them and we will put them on our channel as well. Somebody's saying, I'd like to see you react at the jury show live, even though muted. We'll talk about it. We'll see what we can do. We'll come up with something probably, but it's difficult. You know what I mean? Like all we do is mute it. Um, we'll talk about it and see what we can come up with. I promise I will be there. We just haven't figured out how we're gonna work around this without upsetting anybody. Because the last thing we want to do is make anybody mad. So Iceland, currently, as I pointed out, as far as the betting odds are concerned, not doing too hot. And the problem is, and I think everyone here agrees as well, semi one is the semi of death, as I always call it. It's all the strong songs, or at least most of them, are in the semi. So it is very difficult to advance to begin with. So, but maybe Ari will strike something with the juries and they'll put it high. Who knows? You know, who knows? But I think it's an uphill battle for him. Would be my guess. So, so some people are saying I should do a live stream at the jury shows and just do a quick recap during the postcards or something like that. I don't have much time. I would be like blah 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 blah. I'll do what I can. And as far as the EBU rules are concerned, somebody saying they aren't clear. They are not clear at all, right? That is true. And I thought the English, the phrasing of it was very confusing and could be interpreted in multiple ways. And I will ask for more clarification. But as the way it's being interpreted right now, this is what they want to happen. No recording audio or video of the second rehearsals or the other shows. So it is very confusing, and we'll get more on that. But we still have a few days. Oh, somebody's making a really good suggestion. I could make notes and hold them up.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know, but that's a problem because I was supposed to be a doctor because no one can read my handwriting. But I can use my iPad maybe and type it up. So you have so many good suggestions. So I really, really, really appreciate that. Oh,
Excuse me.
are you okay? Oh, geez, that scared me. Somebody almost fell with a laptop. That would have sucked. Okay, so I can hear the director talking. So I believe the second Iceland is just about to actually perform for the first time. Hi, Barry Gold. You missed only Azerbaijan so far. So, okay, so I'll be back in 3 minutes.
Öyleyse.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So Ari is wearing a white suit, white pants. It has like red lines on it, and he's wearing a red shirt. So you can see the red shirt like this as well. He is joined on stage by 5 backup vocalists. I think 2 to his left and then 3 to his right. They're fairly close to him, right? So the stage starts out just like in Azerbaijan, very blue, and at the end of the song it turns like red and yellow, and there's some smoke effect on the ground as well. Other than that, there are no props, there are no anything else. It's just him standing at the microphone stand singing that song, and the backup singers are fairly close to him. And to me, it makes the stage feel empty, like they're all just crammed into one corner. Like in the center of the stage, and that's it. Then later on, Ari grabs the microphone and then walks around a little bit. Like when he hits that high note, he does that. So he does that. But other than that, it feels, I'm going to be honest, underwhelming. The song itself is what it is, right? So I don't know what they could have done, but to me, the staging feels as it feels even more old-fashioned than before. And the backup singers do these things that you saw always like in the old days when the backup singers like choice we can make, na, 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 na," and like I can say I'm a fan of the staging, but hey. He sounded good though, so let's talk about the good stuff. I've been like just poo-pooing on this. I'm not trying to be too mean. He sounded good. Like he seemed fairly relaxed. He was smiling. His hair, by the way, it's very slick. Like he has like this hair like to his side, like this. It's gelled really nicely. So he looks fine. It's just it makes it even look. It's so old-fashioned. Like so, I can't. So it is not for me. Is it already on Instagram?
In Instagram, I'm checking.
No. Okay. So we have to wait and see. I'll let you know. But yeah. Oh, so actually, the backup singers were first further in the back, and then at some point, like halfway through the song, is when they start walking up to him. Now I'm seeing it. Okay. And the backup singers are wearing like red and black and red. That's very dark colors. And he's in white. So yeah, now the stage turns red and yellow with the blue back scene and all of that. So that is what's happening. Um, it's not all just white shots. Somebody's asking, are there close-ups in the beginning, or is it all white shots? It is lots of close-ups. It's a lot of this spinning thing as well, where the camera goes around them. I pay more attention to how much they zoom out. Um, there is a little bit of it. They always do it, but it feels a little more closer to the actual action, like close-ups. The one lady you can see has like tons of tattoos on her arms as the backup singer's slightly distracting there. So I I just don't see how this one can really stand out. And to me, this staging made it feel even more irrelevant. I don't know, but hey. And the problem is, of course, they don't know. They start out in blue. Azerbaijan was in blue the entire time. They start out in the blue background, so it's kind of like just a continuation of the previous song. So it's kind of like, it looks the same. So it's interesting. Interesting. I love watching this, by the way. I'm just so excited. It kind of gives me the kicks. As in case you're just tuning in, this is the Icelandic rehearsal, the second one of the morning. And Ari Ólafsson is performing, and he just finished his first run through. Now the team is going to go together. They're going to watch his performance, and they're going to talk about it. They're like, okay, this is stupid. What's up with that? And they're going to fix a little few things. And it takes like 5 to 10 minutes, and then they're going to go back on stage and usually perform 3 more times. That's usually the process. Sometimes people only have time for 2 more run-throughs if they take too much time, but in most cases, they're good to go. So, that's what's happening right now. And then keep in mind, we have Albania afterwards, and then again, Belgium. Then we'll take a break. I need to eat at some point, right? And then keep it as again. Today we are short staffed. We only have a few people here. That's why it's just me. But starting tomorrow, I have somebody else with me. We take turns having others with me on camera, and we'll talk this through so it's not just me rambling. And then you get some other perspectives of it as well. So that'll be fun. Just today, since we don't have the numbers, it's just boring me. And keep in mind, then after Belgium, we take the break. Then we'll move on to Czech Republic, Lithuania, and Israel. Big one, right? And then another quick break, and then we'll move on to Belarus. We have Estonia and Bulgaria. See, I know it by heart now. I better. Matt, will you post this live stream when finished? So can we watch it later? Yes, it posts automatically, and we'll also cut it so you can only listen to the Azerbaijan part, the Iceland part, and all of that. So we make sure you have both the whole thing and the individual parts as well. Make it a little easier for people who don't care about certain countries, and keep in mind, right now, it's a fairly just static thing, me sitting here. We will become more active. We'll have a roaming camera, hopefully soon, where we can record stuff, and you can see that. That's going to be fun. And especially in the second week, we have concerts. We're going to also make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, because when it comes to concerts and events, we just go on live when we can. So then you'll get notified. Make sure you hit that notification button as well, and you know when we are live recording a concert, a performance, or any kind of event. So that is where we're at. And are they getting ready? No, there's just the technician running in his yellow shirt on stage. So make sure you do all of that. So that's where we're at. Sean unfortunately missed the first performance of Iceland, I think, so he's devastated, I'm sure.
I did see it.
You did see it?
There's a TV screen by the desk.
Oh, there is. Okay, never mind. Ah, you're breaking my stuff. Okay, so that's where we're at. I keep saying that's where we're at. That's where we're at. All right, so that's next. Sean is back, and then when is the first dress rehearsal meet and greet?
Um,
It's just be coming up at some point.
like 1 hour later. Yeah, approximately. Yeah, it's 11.
Okay,
Let me give the exact date.
sure.
What, it's at 11?
It's 11, right?
Oh, now, yeah.
So sometimes Belgium is improved their vocals well, so she do well. That's what I'm saying. I said before, Belgium is a probable qualifier, and as long as she fixes the vocals that she's done and has a lot of energy, because you need to have the stage charisma to really do well.
12:25.
12:25.
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Okay,
12:25.
and it is what time? 10:56. So we have an hour and a half. Okay, good. Did Sean take an actual bathroom break during Iceland? No, Jupiter. He actually went to the front desk and we signed us up for some work, some interviews and all of that stuff. He doesn't get bathroom breaks. I don't allow that during work. Okay, so Iceland is up again. So I'm going to mute you in just. Oh, already. They didn't even give us a heads up. And I am back. That was Iceland's second run through. I haven't seen any major changes. I think it's just what it is. You know, they have the 5 backup vocalists in the back that walk up halfway through the song, and he does his thing on the microphone stand, grabs the microphone at a later point, and does his whole high note thing, and then that's it. The stage is blue in the first half, and I think during the last chorus, that's when it turns like red and yellowy, and there is smoke effect, fog, and all of that stuff happening as well. And so let's see if there's some questions that we have. Are there any bookmakers right now? You mean that they are in the press center? I saw at least one of them that I know it's a bookmaker. Yeah, they're here. I don't know all of them. Like, they're not going to wear a hat that says I'm a book, you know. But those that I know, I've recognized one, yes. So, other question. So, ESC JNL asks, Matt, do you think there are any of the countries will use the stage lift today? I heard there was a lift that could lift up the entire stage. I heard about that as well.
Wait, what?
It's supposed to be a lift that lifts the
Bonnie Tyler style.
Bunny's Tyler, when nobody knew but UK. But I don't know who could use it. I'm trying. He had the song for it at the end, like, "Yeah," going up. They should have utilized that. But other than that, I don't know.
Azerbaijan. Luna Moon Me Up.
Oh, Luna, moon me up. They had to go really up fast though. I can't see any of the songs today, although maybe Israel. Israel is already crazy. May as well go.
Question.
Who would use the lift? So yeah, Matt, which rehearsal are you looking forward to the most? Today, I mean, of course, Israel is obviously a big thing that could go either way, right? And Bulgaria. I'm super interested in Bulgaria because I heard so much about the theme and all that stuff. I want to see the execution and see how that's going to turn out because, yeah, hello. So those are the two I think right now I'm looking forward to the most. We will do a debrief video later, by the way. The entire team talk about the entire day, the most impressive rehearsal and the most disappointing one and that kind of stuff. And so make sure you subscribe. We'll get those videos up later tonight because we have 10 rehearsals. This is only rehearsal number 2. And I'm already tired now. I'm kidding. I can sleep when I'm dead. So we are good to go. Estonia will use the lift. Somebody's saying, I don't think Estonia would use the lift because they got the dress approved, right? Unless it's the lift really just that they're standing on. But if it's an actual lift, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah. We gotta wait and see. So once again, if you're just joining now, we are currently in the press center. We are live streaming. We are not allowed to show you the music. That's as per EBU regulation, but we can talk about it, give you a breakdown, and the clips will be available on Instagram soon. And we'll get that all to you as well. And we'll do all of that. This is Iceland, Ari Ólafsson. And then after this, we have Albania, Eugent Bushpepa. I don't know. I always say like I'm like crazy. Eugent Bushpepa, like he's Italian or something. And Bushpepa, Mal, and then Sennek, A Matter of Time. And then we have an hour lunch. We're gonna turn off the live stream because I gotta eat, and I'm not gonna eat in front of you. That's kind of gross. And then we move on to the next section. So, people ask him, was he good, Ari? Depending on good, like, he sounds fine. Like, vocally, I cannot say anything. Oh, he actually threw down the microphone stand. That's kind of weird. I didn't notice that before.
He's got attitude.
He got attitude. He was like, grab the microphone.
This is our choice.
It's kind of weird. This is our choice. Bang! I'm not sure if that was by accident or he was just got carried away. I don't know. Anyways, and going back to this performance, as a reminder, the backup singer is wearing black and red. There could be changes to the second rehearsals. People always sometimes realize, this doesn't look good. Ari is wearing a white jacket, white pants with red, not writing, but lines on them, and a red shirt underneath it. And it looks different. I can say I'm a fan of it, but it's a style. I guess it's a certain style. When you take an hour off, will we miss countries? Barry Gold is asking. No, we would not turn it off if there were rehearsals. The people inside the arena also have to eat, right? The people, the production people, the camera guys, the director, they all need breaks as well. So everyone is taking a lunch break, and so are we. We're just going to align it with what they're doing, so you're not going to miss a thing. You will never miss a thing here on ESC United. Shameless self-promotion. So, now you'll not. We just have to be using the times that they go on break. We're going to do the same thing. And there are already, the live streams already scheduled for today on our website. So just make sure you highlight them, and we'll actually going to tweet them out as well soon. So, yep, that's what it is.
They're asking for Zach. Is Zach there?
Zach, my friend Zach, no, he's not here. He's not joining us this year. He's actually... Well, not yet, but he will be in Europe for like a week. He's going to watch the first semifinal in Belgium, and then he's going to go back home. But he promised me, no matter where we're going next year, he'll be back. So you'll have my favorite, my second favorite person, my third favorite person. Sorry, he's my third. Zach is my favorite. Oh, yeah. I'll pause it. It's frozen right now, anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the clip's coming up, so I'm going to mute you guys now. Hey. All right, y'all. That was the third run through. Third, right? I just asked. Yeah, third one for Israel. It feels like the 10th one. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I've been very picky with Israel. Israel. It's not even Israel. It's Iceland. It starts with an I. you know, if people like the song, they can love it. Of course, it's just too old-fashioned for me. And but if they, oh gosh, could you imagine qualified people would like fall off the chairs here? That would be a good entertainment. No, it's I totally want them to qualify now, just to see people's reaction. So that's what's happening. Any questions, people? Make sure you post them. Matt, what do you think about the stage so far? If somebody's asking, I like the stage, I guess. I'm so getting used to not having LEDs. It feels like, okay, something else is supposed to happen, right? It's very more basic. Azerbaijan worked their way around with all the special effects that they use with the projection, all that stuff with the stars, but Iceland didn't do anything. So except for the smoke and the lighting and all of that stuff. So yeah, that is what's happening. So if there are any other questions, keep posting. My buddy FA keeps checking, and I try to read it as well, but there's so much going on. Someone says if Iceland qualifies, I will choke on my snacks. That may be worth it seeing it, actually. Make sure you have a camera on you. It's not. Even if the jury somehow puts it a little higher up, it's just not going to happen. And it's a bummer because Iceland, the last time Iceland qualified is 2014, right? It's been a few years.
I've been coming to Eurovision since Vienna. I've never seen Iceland.
Yeah, Sean, his first Eurovision was 2015. He has never seen Iceland qualify. Yeah, that's true. So that is interesting. Do you know something for Eurovision Asia this year? It has all been on hold. Not on hold like this, put on hold, but they haven't released any information because I am desperately awaiting information on that as well. I would love to go. So, but they said it's in October. 12 countries have already been have confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen because the EBU would not make an announcement like that without being certain about it. So, yeah, but I don't have much more either. So yes, any other questions, let me know. And because I'm just waiting for the last rehearsal for Iceland. So, yep. Where can we see the rehearsal? Somebody is asking. The question was, not the question. The thing is, on this one, you'll get short clips on what you call it, Instagram. So Azerbaijan is up already. I don't know, but is Iceland already up on Instagram?
No.
No? Hey friend, how are you? Sorry, I'm like busy, but just want to say hi. So, what was I saying? Oh yes, the rehearsals will be back. Hopefully online, the second round of rehearsals. Only the Eurovision.tv is allowed to upload them. They told the fan media or anyone else you can no longer record them. You can only use 3 minutes for the entire day. So we just have to make do with what we have here in the press center. So we'll keep entertaining you. And as I said, today we're short-staffed, but hopefully tomorrow and even later on, we'll have a roaming camera. So you will see others actually broadcast from like within the press center, like as the artists joke around, goof off, maybe around the interview rooms, just whatever we can capture that is, that is fun. And we're going to do that throughout the entire 2 weeks, etc. Okay, so now wait, what's the holdup? What's the holdup, Ari? That's not much you have to do the whole setup. It's not like you have to get pulled up somewhere to the ceiling. You just stand there next to your microphone. No. Are there any other questions by any chance?
Yeah. Have you seen the graphics?
The graphics of what?
Like this, where it says #1 Azerbaijan.
Oh no, the graphics #1. No, we have not seen any graphics yet. We heard some sounds. It was like a boom. I'm not sure if they're going to use that as well, like for the beginning of the song. That little intro, if you will. It sounds always very scary to me, almost like boom.
Going back to that Eurovision Asia thing, someone said that they might drop news while we're here, which makes sense because normally they have like a junior Eurovision press conference or something, don't they? They might have something like that.
Oh yes, they have.
Eurovision Asia.
Yes, they do. They do. They certainly do. All right, so right now, all we do, by the way, what I'm looking at is a big screen, and that big screen has just the stage from like far away, and it has like lots of writing on it. Do not publish. Do not publish. And do not. Yeah, not for publishing actually. Not for publishing. Not for publishing. And you can.
The message they're trying to get across is that you don't want.
Yes, I get the message, but it covers half of the screen, and we're like, I can't see anything. I will. Yes, during the next break. So I assume Iceland isn't up yet, right? Okay. So Iceland will be up shortly on probably the Instagram account for Eurovision. Do they post it on YouTube as well? I don't think they do.
Just Azerbaijan.
Just Azerbaijan. So it'll come up eventually. So, and after this, we have one more Iceland, and then we're moving on to Albania. Eugent, Bushpepa, Mala. Somebody's asking, wondering if there are any countries that bring up their own LEDs. The answer is yes. What we're hearing that some countries, I hear Germany wants to bring their own, and some others they will bring like something like that. But it's of course not going to cover the whole screen. So we have to see. And then Sweden, it's not that they have an LED per se, but they have that stupid mirror, like the effect thing that they're going to bring. That's why they always get to put them right after a break. So, yeah. So I see a lot of Albania fans screaming, Eugene must qualify. Croatia is tomorrow, by the way, somebody's asking. So if you're here for Croatia only, you need to come back. But why not stick around anyway? Why not stick around? Okay, they're taking their sweet time. Huh?
Look at Croatia's competition.
What's about Croatia's competition? Sorry.
Have a look at Croatia's competition.
Yeah, have a look at Croatia's competition. Sorry, like something I don't hear.
Sorry, is my accent too British for you?
No, I was kind of, yeah, that too.
Oh, that's uploaded. Aisel X My first rehearsal Azerbaijan official video on YouTube right now.
Okay, so Aisel on YouTube or on Instagram?
On YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Okay, on YouTube. The clip is on YouTube, people. It's on the official YouTube channel.
It's just...
Okay, so I'm gonna, next time I'll be able to play it on here as well. I just didn't have it ready yet. Keep in mind, these are just small snippets. You will not see the camera work or any special effects that they're using. So for that, you just have to rely on our awesome opinion. So, Matt, are you excited for Elena's projection dress? Well, I've seen it in the national final of Estonia, so I'm glad it's working out for them. So I know what to expect. The only thing I'm curious about is, are they going to do different projections because it's a larger stage, right? So it's going to be a little different. And how I'm even more interested in how are they going to do the camera work? Because I feel as it needs to be very close shots, kind of the spinning around her, not too much zooming out. Do you know what I mean? It takes you out of the moment. At least that's my humble opinion. So, but we have to wait and see. Okay, so other than that, let's see if there are any other questions. Are you allowed to record the audio on the second rehearsals or not? It's really difficult to understand. ESC friends, my understanding is no. The rules are so unclear. The way they said it, no recording of audio and video, video, visual, or something like that. So I don't. My thinking is no. We have to wait and see. We'll reach out to the EBU to get clarification. It was all just pushed through yesterday. I found out last night, actually. So we'll let you know. We'll let you know. So, everything okay?
Yeah, I could hear a fan.
Is my laptop making noises?
It's the fan.
Oh, it's the fan. Funny interesting. I don't see Iceland on mine. That's not fair. I only see Azerbaijan 2 minutes ago. Mine is slightly delayed here. Anyway, so I have no idea. Is Iceland done?
I think so.
This is the longest break ever. Okay. So sorry, y'all, for being kind of like non-entertaining here. I just thought that Iceland would come up again, but I guess they're not. That means my assumption is that we are moving on straight to Albania. Can you send out a tweet that where Albania is next? Join the live stream. Thank you.
Yes, boss.
I love being the boss. I just yell at my people all the time. I snap at them like,
Yeah.
and then I threaten them, taking away their accreditation.
Iceland.
They fear me.
I'm firing now.
The fear is in their faces. Their faces. No. So let's see. Any other questions, people? Have you seen anything, FA?
No, I just answered for them.
Okay.
And also, Iceland is live in Instagram right now.
Okay, so if you want to look, you can Instagram and YouTube has.
It's not YouTube in Iceland, it's just Azerbaijan in YouTube.
Oh, okay, I'm wrong then. It's not on the. Okay.
Iceland and Azerbaijan is available on Instagram story, and
Starting
only
now, I think.
Okay.
Azerbaijan is.
Yeah, they're starting. I think. Is it Iceland though, or is it
Yeah,
Albania?
it's just the last.
Should be Albania. I think.
I don't know. We'll find out. I'll mute it. I can mute it in no time. I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I think it's Iceland. Let's find out. Okay, you hear that boom?
Yeah,
That's the sound. It's Albania. I'll be back. Wow. All right. So this was an interesting situation. So in case you're just tuning in, this was Albania rehearsing. Albania, Eugent Bushpepa Mal. Just give you a quick rundown of what we saw and what was happening. So Eugent is wearing a black jacket with like silver buttons kind of thing, a white shirt underneath, and then like black pants. It's all those kind of glittery. It starts out with he has a band with him on stage, a guitar player. You know, that's how they zoom into the guitar playing. And then there's a guy who has like an afro, like lots of hair. And then there's a guy playing the drums in the back. There are two backup singers, two female backup singers wearing black standing to the side. And then I think there's a second guitar player as well on stage. So this is what they're doing. The stage itself is mostly red and yellow again, but there's also some blue. Initially, he starts out singing at the microphone stand, but not long. It doesn't take long for him to grab it and just use that instead, the microphone. And I think what will really make this one stand out, the staging, is just kind of okay. But hopefully this is working. And he sounded amazing. Am I frozen?
I don't know.
Yours is frozen too, right? The internet.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so mine's kind of frozen right now, so it is working, I guess. So he was going all out with those vocals. Like, he was not just singing the melody, he was hitting those notes, especially at the end. It was really, really, really impressive. Like, if you're looking for vocals, that's what we're talking about. He can hit those notes, and he's not singing the melody as we've listened to it in the national final or on the recording. He's going all out, and this will really stand out just for that perspective. So the staging itself is fairly simple, right? It's not. It's just a band singing, him with surrounded by a band, and with the backup singers. They're all fairly close to him, and he does his own thing. But it really comes down to his voice. And there's a lot of he's playing with the camera a lot. He was not like going all out like with his charisma because he's good. Like he's good. He has a lot of stage presence. I don't think he really showed us in this one. He was really just getting comfortable on stage because he was not really like playing with the camera a whole lot. But this is not a criticism. This is totally fine. Just getting comfortable. But he was going all out with the vocals. So round of applause here just from me. Yay.
We are Eurovision wants to know how is eye contact. I really remember that one being a problem in Festivalin.
Yeah, he didn't do a whole lot of eye contact, Eugent's eye contact. It wasn't a whole lot yet. But
he goes into his own world.
he goes into his own world and he sings and he really hits those notes. He wasn't connecting a whole lot with the camera, but don't worry about it too much right now. I could tell that he was getting comfortable with the stage as well. He was looking around a little, looking at certain places. That is what the first rehearsals are there for. That is why they don't want these out just like for everyone, because then people are like, oh my God, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Let's not put money down on them. And then the bookings changes. So they don't want that to happen. So I can get that. I can appreciate it to a certain degree. So yes, it wasn't really there. The connection there wasn't quite there yet with the camera, but everything else, vocals were there, I think. Yeah, so that was very interesting. So again, lots of blue at the beginning. Everyone starts out in blue, it seems like this year. And then it all switches. It's probably just a coincidence. Yeah, and then it turns. Oh, but they use more colors, not just red and yellow, but that lighter blue or white-looking stuff.
They missed the trick, haven't they? Because it could have had that black and have it like the flag.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the first thing we saw actually that it started out really dark, like you couldn't even see his face, like it was almost like just shadows. So I'm not sure if it was that on purpose or they didn't do the lighting right. Maybe they're going for that. That kind of threw me off. So this is what's happening. This was my first impression, but yeah, there are a few things to fix in this rehearsals, but that but I think they can do it. He is so good. He's so talented. I hate him. By hate, I mean love. It's just pure jealousy.
Or love.
Or love. No, but I wouldn't hate him. It's love-hate. No, it's not even hate. It's admiration. Okay, somebody's asking, have you seen Expect some special act like the monkey from Francesco? No, I was not expecting a monkey dance. Although that would be kind of cool. No, I don't know what it was. It's fine. I actually think it would have almost been better if just him being on stage. But
I think they'll probably have like pyrotechnics.
oh, this could have pyrotechnics actually. So maybe keep in mind they usually don't do pyrotechnics until like the second rehearsal. Sometimes they do it for the very last one as well. So there will be changes, there will be upgrades and all of that stuff. So no dancers. No, there are no dancers. Nobody's dancing around. The one guitar player walks around a little bit, but that's about it. And everyone else stays basically in place. Even like Eugent doesn't really walk around a whole lot, maybe a little bit to the left and right, but for the most part, he holds on to like the microphone stand a lot. And then the two ladies in black singing in the back. And then the drummer and the two guitar players. That's what it is. That's where it is. Do you think Eurovision can be damaged by terrorism this year? Oh gosh, this is a very sad. So like, I don't think so. Lisbon, nah, we'll be fine. Do the giant rips behind the main stage do anything during the performances, or are they mostly still? Oh, they're just kind of flashy, blinking kind of thing. They don't do anything. Like they don't move. It's like kind of wavy kind of stuff, looking color, but they don't actually move around from what I can see. So there's nothing happening. Also, just to point out, Eugent, at least at this point, doesn't use any of the special effects. Like the Azerbaijan so far is the only country utilizing that with the star spinning thingy. Um, Everyone else is just mostly focused on the performance, so there are no special effects. So that is what's happening. People are asking about it. If I don't see your questions, we have our moderator Effa looking at it. Sometimes we miss them. We cannot see everything. Keep posting them, and it's nothing personal. We just can't see them all. So now, again, Albania, they're reviewing their performance right now, and then they see what they can change. If not, something needs to be changed, and then they can perform again. Each country has 30 minutes throughout the first rehearsals, and first round of rehearsals. Usually 4 run-throughs, and then that's it. And then the second round of rehearsals, they have only 20 minutes, so they have 3 run-throughs. But there's not going to be as much time, like breaks in between, because they kind of know what they're doing. And then week 2 will be all about dress rehearsal. So yes, that is what's happening. Will we see tonight's press voting? They don't always start on the first night. I don't know if it's out there. No, sometimes they start earlier, sometimes they start later. Every country does it differently. It's not out there yet, so I don't think. They're not going to start until after all semi-one performances have been done. So it's not going to be right away. Just so you know. Just so you know.
Danka Raganchokova says, I hope other performances will have different colors and no again blue entrance.
I know, it's a blue entrance. Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Probably Israel will have something different.
Yeah, I mean, blues usually, a lot of songs start out calm, so blue is a calm color, right? So that's what people use, I guess. And I don't know if it's going to make that big of a difference if every country starts blue, but it just was an interesting observation on my part. So if it stands out to me, maybe I'm just over analyzing it because that's what I do as a Eurovision fan. So, but yeah, that's what it is. As a reminder, not Israel. I keep saying Israel, but it's Iceland. Iceland Iceland is already on Instagram available, but not on YouTube. So you can watch a short clip on Instagram of the performance, and you can see his outfit and all of that stuff if you're interested. If you don't, then stay with me. We're waiting for the second run through of Albania. Albania also in the tough semi. If Albania was in the second semi, I would have been like, yeah, they're through. Now they have so much competition, but I think they're a total competitor, absolutely a competitor to qualify. It comes down to how it clicks with the audience and the juries, of course. So let's wait and see. So the cute British boy you're referring to is sitting right next to my left here, actually. But he is working. He'll be on camera soon. Oh, there's a monitor. I cannot show it. So I'm going to mute you guys again. All right, we're back. So this was the second run through of Albania, in case you just joined us. So welcome. Um, Good news for Albania fans. One of the concerns that you had before was that he's not connecting with the camera. That's why you have these rehearsals. Now he is. He looked into the camera. He not all the time, of course, but there were moments where he was like, okay, this is where I need to focus. This is the camera. I need to make a connection with the audience, and he did that this time around. A significant improvement. Vocally, he is still flawless. He didn't go quite as much out with the notes this time. But he was just singing it this time, but he was connecting with the camera more. So this was, to me, an improvement already. Okay, somebody's saying Iceland is on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's on YouTube now.
23 seconds ago.
27 seconds ago, yes. So that's what's happening. So I think, personally, that this was a significant improvement. And now there are no special effects again, but what do you expect there? Clowns on stage with, so it wouldn't work. So we have one question here that was forwarded to me. Let's see. I know we're only 3 countries in, but who do you think has the best staging so far? Also, thank you for answering my previous question. You're welcome. And let me answer your next question as well. The best staging, I'm not talking about the best song, right? The best staging, I would say Azerbaijan. I think they've done something with it. It looks good. Because, people were like complaining that Azerbaijan song is a little generic pop song. I think the staging brings it alive and it's fun and you keep us entertained. The only one that added effects. It's 100% choreographed. Every movement is like in place. Whether the hand goes like this, the hand goes like this. The moon me out. They do that. It's really funny. Like they're shouting it. Moon me out. See, even I remember that. So that's really good. Out. Move me up, move me out. Potatoes. So yes. So I think it is Azerbaijan, if you were to ask me. So, and then after this we have La Belgique. And then we move on. Then we move on with a break. Then we're going to be gone for about 50 minutes maybe to grab something to eat, because they will also take a break in the arena. So we'll take a break at the same time, and then we will return with Czech Republic, Mikolas Josef, right? But we're not there yet. We still have Albania to finish, and then we have Belgium. We're 3 rehearsals into it. It is always so much fun. That's my favorite part of Eurovision, getting to know the rehearsals for the very first time, seeing them. It's like a big thing. What country do you think will perform the worst? Again, worst is a matter of, is subjective. So what is like best? Worst vocals, worst staging. It's very hard to say for me. Right now, I could see Iceland being the biggest letdown for the day. But I'm worried about Czech Republic. And not because, I want them to do well. But I wasn't a big fan of this whole schoolboy thing that they did throughout the previous shows, so I hope they're not going to go for that with a backpack and being. It's not for me. So I wish they kind of come with something more slick, but we shall see. And it comes down to personal taste. Some people will look at Azerbaijan and be like, "Oh, this sucks," right? And people are like, "You're wrong, man." I'm like, "Well, I'm not wrong. It's an opinion." But I do think that Azerbaijan overall will have a positive response. You know what I mean? You can't always go by each individual, what they like and what they don't. People keep talking. I see Cyprus popping up all the time. Cyprus is not until tomorrow. Cyprus is the last country of semifinal 1. Today it's only the first half of semifinal 1, all the way up to Bulgaria, and then the second half will be tomorrow. So Cyprus, Eleni, will be tomorrow evening. I don't know what time the rehearsals will be at. But you can check out the rehearsal schedule. And we'll be there for that as well, of course. So that's where we're at, and we're just waiting for the next.
I think we need to mention to our viewers that in the first rehearsals, they are not, the pyros and the fireballs are not used. So.
I have to just point out, it's true, I mentioned it earlier once, but I keep need to mentioning that. We usually don't have pyros during the first round of rehearsals. I've seen it last year where some of them used it, actually, randomly, but for the most part, they will not do that.
Nordics, they can afford it.
Yeah, it's that kind of last great. We'll do it anyway. But usually we will not see fireworks until the second round of rehearsals, which we starting Thursday, right? That's when the second round of rehearsals starts. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yes. So we'll be back for that as well. Yay. So somebody is saying France is now third in the betting odds. Any thoughts? It's interesting. I wonder what's causing it because they haven't rehearsed yet or anything. But somebody put a lot of money on them. Has a lot of faith in them. It's going to be interesting. I don't have a strong opinion about it because, this will all change. Could go up, could go down. I don't know. I'm curious to see if there's changes in Azerbaijan now in the betting odds.
Yeah. Which direction?
I would think, going improving because it was pretty good. So, tell me about the press room. Is it really tiny and small? It is smaller than before, but I believe they have different sections now for people because this one is really small and this is day one and they have probably another section. I think they're separating the media, the fan media from the BBC people now. And on day one, it's already packed. It's full, not full. There are a few sections empty.
So when lots of people will come, more people will come. They will open the doors.
Oh, they will open the doors. Okay. That's it. Depending on how big it is, so they're going to open the doors. So there are a few doors. They're probably going to open them up at some point. So, okay, so it's Albania one more time. I'm going to mute you guys. Okay, So I'm hearing that people are now actually leaving the sound on, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to confirm with the EBU later just to make sure because we were told not to, but everyone is doing it without sound. So we'll find out. So if you could hear it, that's what it is. I will confirm with the EBU. I'm leaving it on for now until the break. So you get to hear Albania and you get to hear Belgium. And then we'll move on from there. Okay, so somebody says now the EBU ambient sound is allowed during the live stream, so we're turning up the volume now. Every year they change it.
Every day they change it.
Every day they change it. All right, well, then here you have it. Things are back to normal. Then I'm going to get rid of that stupid text now. They told us something different a few weeks ago. So
But they changed the rule just now.
I know.
Okay, that's fine then.
They changed the rule just now. Perfect. So I'm going to leave this on. Now I'm using my headpiece because I wanted to make sure I'm not going to pick up too much background noise.
You can't hear much. It's fine.
You cannot hear this. No, but can you hear the sound, though, of the music?
Yeah, but not much.
So I will then, later on, I don't want to switch now because then I'm going to turn up the sound completely. I will then use my microphone, my normal microphone, for the next session. Matt, is it true not to eat food in press room? I haven't heard that either, but honestly, I don't see anyone eating yet. But no, everyone just ran in here. And so I don't know. I haven't.
Can eat.
You can?
Yeah.
I think so. Somebody, if it's true. So I haven't heard it.
It's not prison. You can eat. You can keep yourself going.
Yeah, that's true. Senul, Efe is sitting across from me, so he is working. I have my whip out and better work. You'll see him plenty. Trust me. Just today we're short-staffed, so I put them to work. Yeah, you have fans too, you know. I call him my Turkish Nathan Trent. Not anymore, though, because he cut his hair, so you lost that title. So, one more round of Albania. Guys that are watching on the live stream, let me know how well you can hear the sound. It's not very loud. I just cannot switch microphones during a live stream. Yeah, it's too low. I'm sorry, guys. I'll switch microphones when I can. It's just during a live stream itself, I can't do it.
Just talk over it.
I will change microphones as soon as I can, folks. Big promise. So, better. I'll do what I can. It has to be ambient sound, though, I guess. I'm not supposed to just have you listen to it. That's the key, right? Oops, did I just turn it off? No. I cannot turn it up because, you know, that's the microphone I have. What?
So I think someone said, is it hot? I'm actually quite cold.
I'm okay.
Yeah, Portugal's overrated. Where's the weather?
I cannot change microphones unless I turn off the stream. I think. So when we come back, I will use a different microphone. Thank you so much. So that was Albania. Keep in mind, this is day one of rehearsals, right? Day one is always way messy. We do our best. We don't have enough people, and the rules change every year. It's different, and last minute changes always throw us. So when they made that announcement about the rehearsals in the arena, the recording, we didn't know, so we had to change that. And then last year they came, the last years they came to our desk and saying, "Please mute. Don't just talk over it. You're not supposed to hear it." And I'm like, every year it's different. So that's what it is. So, but no, he's as people are saying, he sounds really good. He always sounds good. Why are you people surprised? I thought you were smarter than that. No, seriously, though, he always sounds good. And some people maybe turn off when he goes out for the big notes, like he's overdoing it, but I like it, and the juries will love it. Keep that in mind. And he's just so good. It's not even funny. So that's where we're at. I think we're done with Albania, right? We're so done with Albania. So we're moving on to Sennek from Belgium with her song A Matter of Time. And then we're going to take a break, right? We're going to take a quick break, lunch break, and then we'll be back because Maddie got to eat. So, yeah. There were a lot of concerns when it comes to Belgium as far as like their performance concerned, because Sennek wasn't like at her best during like all the shows in like London and Amsterdam and whatever. So people were like, "Oh, can she pull it off?" So hopefully she can, and hopefully they're gonna have a good staging. They better not mess it up, but they've been doing a good job, Belgium lately. So I have high expectations here. So they're not gonna let us down. Are you seeing this on screen or on stage? We are only, I prefer it actually, on screen. So we see the actual camera work, how it works, like the angles. We're not in the arena, we are in the press center. So we see it exactly how it's going to look like when you watch it next week. Now, well, there will be a few little changes and alterations and stuff like camera works and outfits. But for the most part, this is what they're aiming to do. Do we have any other questions, FA?
Yes, one more. But I answered that. They were asking for, are you seeing it on screen or directly?
That's what I just asked, yeah.
I answered.
Yes. Yes. How you doing? Good to see you. We'll talk.
And also, one of us wants to know, do you think Forera can do the difference this year? I was going to tell you that.
Who can make a difference?
Forera. Eleni Forera from Cyprus.
A difference as far as what?
Like, they were doing like, can do the difference.
Oh, okay. Well, that meant to be seen, like in Cyprus. Yeah. I mean, we know that Eleni is a great performer, and she has a lot of energy. So, and I know they're going all out. So, Cyprus, I haven't seen the staging yet, and I know they're going to do well, and they're going to fly through. So, I'm not even worried about them. Red lighting in Albania. A little that was reddish. Yeah, it has a difference. Oh, and there's Sennek. I can't. It's dark. You see a light on her face. I can't see what she's wearing. Oh yeah.
Yellow light.
I wonder if they're going to go with that. So it's yellow. It's blue background again, but it's not just blue. They have yellow lights as well.
Now it's black.
No, it's black. Why they turn it off probably. Oh, and they're going to start. It seems as they're going to have her sing in the dark, and you can only see like the light from underneath her eyes to like her to her lips, or like to her chin. They're fixing the camera, the lighting though. No, they're going to the eyes now, to the forehead. What are they doing?
Do you remember when Netherlands did this a couple of years back?
Yeah, no, but they did it in a weird way with it. Stupid. This is more effective, I think. Oh, her eyes, you can see the redness. She is super pale. Like they go with a super pale look for her as well, which she already is super pale. And they're trying to figure out. So it looks like they're going to have a close up on her face, and the light's going to be like just like this, a big light, and then you just see her eyes on her forehead now. But they're figuring out the positioning, if you will. Do you think the lack of LEDs will hurt or help the performance? It comes down. It may hurt some, but it'll help some others to really make them stand out. And you have to be more creative coming up with the staging rather than just relying on like a fun background. Do you know what I mean? So it's different. You can see if Sennek is nervous or not. Somebody's asking. We are looking at her, and she's smiling. It's just hard to see. She seems relaxed enough. I don't see her being nervous. Greece rehearsal is tomorrow. That is correct. So it's asking.
What is Sennek wearing? They ask.
Hmm?
What is Sennek wearing? They ask.
Wearing?
Wearing.
Oh, wearing. Sorry. Wait, no, it's okay. I don't know. We can't say. Let's see because it's all dark. All we can see are the lights on her face, and everything else is dark, 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 dark. So I will tell you throughout the performance what she's wearing. Okay.
Probably black.
So and I will improve the sound. I just can't do this right this moment. Keep in mind, once I unplug this microphone, our voices will not be as clear, but I guess you're more worried about the sound anyway. So
Yeah, who cares about us anyway?
I know. I'm going to unplug all of these microphones. Oh, actually, I'll talk to you during the song. I just want to address something real quick. Nothing bad.
Okay.
No, no.
Make it
Just a
sound
reminder. No, no. I know the way I said it sounded. We need to talk.
Yeah.
No, no.
Have a word. Can I just
Yeah.
just over there? Yeah.
Oh, John, welcome to my city. I saw your Facebook post. I'm sorry I couldn't get to them. It's been a crazy day yesterday. I had to pick up my accreditation and run around. I'm glad to be here, but what's up with the weather? It is raining. We were standing outside waiting to get into the press room when they were running late, and we got rained on. I'm worried we're all going to get sick. It was windy. It was rainy. It almost felt like hail at some point. It was cold. I'm like, it's supposed to be warm. I'm sure it's just a bad day. It's going to clear up. I haven't seen much of the city, but where I live, it's really, really pretty.
Yeah, you haven't seen this place.
What?
You haven't seen the touristical attractions.
No.
I literally haven't seen anything.
So,
Last night.
so let me see some. Oh, there are a bunch of questions coming in. I see. I'm trying to keep up. I love this. I know it is clear. That's why I used it. But if you want the sound, you get the sound. So who else is rehearsing today? After now, we have Belgium, Czech Republic, Lithuania, Israel, Belarus, Estonia, and Bulgaria.
Good memory. Oh, it's not very
Okay, so here we go. So yes, the lights are on her eyes and her forehead. Her eyes are closed. That's all we see. It's totally shaky, the light. They need to work on that. Oh, she's wearing a see-through top almost. It's black. Well, you cannot see through like the naughty parts, but yeah, you can see like her body. Like it's very revealing dress, black. Oh, she's on the bridge. So, yeah, she's not on the stage, people. She is on the bridge further out, closer to the audience. That's cool. She's walking around, too. Oh, she's talking like an act. I like that. The stage is all black with some white lights, by the way.
literally blonde.
Yeah. They have problems with the camera. She's looking to the wrong camera. Like you said, pointing at it.
Yeah, so the connection's not great.
Yeah, but it's not all her fault.
It actually looks quite similar to last year in parts.
In parts, but it's more accurate because Blanche was just standing around. She's walking around. It's all black with white, and the light's a little bluey-ish now, but it's mostly black and white. And she's wearing a black see-through kind of thing, top with black pants. Her hair is long and open. And she looks super pale. Okay. So let's get back to this. Hopefully you heard it. Just to give you the idea of what it looks like, the staging, it's all in black and with white lights. It starts out on her, like just her upper body, and they need to figure it out, but it has like the light just on her eyes and like her forehead kind of thing, and then they moved it down, so it was shaking too, so they need to fix the lighting in there. That's how they started out. And her eyes were closed at first, and then she opened them, and then she was singing and then grabbed her microphone, and she's actually not on stage. I mean, technically she is, but there's like a bridge in front of the stage, and that's where she is. So she will be more surrounded by people, I guess. So you will see the fans and the flags waving around her. So right now it felt, for that reason, empty, but maybe it should be more empty because it's not that kind of party song where you want to see flags. Keep in mind, one thing that we pointed out, and I'm sure if you heard it, there were issues with the camera work, like she looked into the wrong cameras all the time, and I'm pointing at the wrong camera, and that got it fixed because the connection was missing. As far as the sound is concerned, you heard that. I thought she sounded good. She certainly sounded way better than in what we saw in the Amsterdam and London, I think. I forgot which one she was at. She was alright, but she wasn't great. So a lot of people pointed that out. But this one is pretty good. I thought there's an improvement. It worked for me. What do you guys think of the staging?
It doesn't really work because it seems like the cameras are all over
the camera. But the idea itself?
I don't know what I really expected from it, so
okay.
I can't really comment.
Okay, so Sean is like, doesn't have an opinion. Repost. Evan, did you see the questions? How is the overall sound quality from the arena? In other words, has there been any sound problems? We're not in the arena. We're in the press center. But the sound here sounds good on TV. I haven't seen any issues.
Do you think the staging elevates the song?
See, comes down subjective. Sean doesn't know what to expect. What did you think? Did you think it elevated it?
I quite like, actually, the performance, but I found a little bit not enough.
Not enough.
It's not complete.
It's not complete. So Effa says it's not complete.
But we had the same concerns about Belgium last year.
Yes, you can hear the jury show too, Alice Wonder. Now that the EBU clarified again, yesterday they threw us for a loop. And so I just want to make sure that I follow the rules. I don't want to get into trouble, right? So, but now they clarified it, so we're good to go. Unless I change the mind again. So that made it, but if it stays the same, we're good to go. So it seems subjective. Like, I kind of like it, but there are lots of issues that they need to fix. The camera work was off. And I'm not blaming Sennek for that. At least I don't think, unless she really looked into the wrong cameras that she wasn't supposed to look into. But it was like she looked into this camera, but the camera was there, and then she pointed at it even, and it missed the connection. So it felt a little like it wasn't there. But that is why they don't show them, because that's how they learn. I remember last year, Verona? Like they couldn't get any camera angle right. At first, it was really bad. But now it's fine. And the night it was fine, but it just didn't sound good. But I remember the camera it just was horrible. But on this one, I think they're going to improve. I think I feel better about Belgium, me personally. I feel a little bit more, because I was a little worried. Do you believe that Belgium will go on to the final because the vocals are not good? I don't think they were bad. I mean, there were a few moments where but I think they're forgivable. I've seen her way worse.
Yeah, they're more forgivable than Blanche.
Yes, yeah. And keep in mind, this is the first rehearsal. It's very dangerous to just go by this. I'm like, yep, she's qualifying. And then she falls off stage, when it matters. So it's not going to, I need to be careful with that. So I'm just giving an opinion. I think it was a decent first effort. I can see the staging. I like the idea that she's actually not just on stage, but actually on that bridge thingy. And the lighting works, the very dark theme. She's wearing a dark... I don't know if I'm necessarily a fan of her outfit, though. They may change that.
My only concern is that if they focus on the eyes, after she's had 2 weeks of Eurovision, she's going to look very tired. Do they really want...
Well, but the problem is because she has really red rings under her eyes, and that makes it almost like, wow, she looks sick. So it looks a little weird. So, but I do like the idea of the black theme, the white lights, and all of that stuff. I like the fact that she walks around a little bit.
I like
it's not
that
too
shot
static.
there where it's a bit further out.
Yes.
It's almost like a drone hovering over there.
Yeah. This song would actually work way better without an audience, because if with the stupid flags waving around, it seems more of a dark theme. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see like a big Australian flag. I'm like, it's kind of doesn't work. So I wish that would... Maybe they should kick out everyone for this Belgium song and bring them back in afterwards. Yeah, that's true. Before it echoes. Yeah, that was a little bad. I agree with that.
Asking your opinion about LED and LED.
What?
LEDs.
LEDs.
What about it?
I mean, there are deficiencies. What do you think about it?
I miss them, but I do appreciate the challenge that this brings for the broadcasters, rather than... Because last few years there were a few that just relied on really self-indulgent backdrops. Like the Australian one last year, always comes to mind. That's all it was. I mean, yes, he was doing the circling, but it's always like him and his hair in the wind. I'm like, I get it, but
Who else did that last year? I can't remember.
there had so many. They were all very much focused on me. It was Croatia, it was Moldova. Like they all had it. So a lot of them had it.
I can't talk about Croatia.
Someone's saying, show the screen. Yeah, I'm going to show you the screen, and then I'll be kicked out 2 seconds later. So the answer is
So that was
no.
our coverage. We'll see you next
Thank
week.
you. It was fun while it lasted. I appreciate everyone, by the way. When we come back after Belgium... Oh, I meant to ask you, I forgot during the break already. I'll do that next song.
Well, that's starting again soon. So.
Yes. We may start, we'll have to see how we're going to do the next, if we're just going to start the next stream early. We're just going to turn off this one for sure, and then just maybe start the next one right away. Or shortly after. We have to see how we're going to do it. So now they are watching the... in case you don't know, and you're just joining in, Belgium, they are now watching the first performance, the team, the delegation. Look at little things that worked and didn't work, like the camera work right now. And then they're going to fix it, hopefully, and make some changes in the second round. And then the second, third, and fourth supposed to go a little quicker, one after another, because they have a total of 30 minutes to rehearse. So I think they're going to come up. I have this tendency just to mute, like I will have that urge just to hit that button now, which I'm not. So Belgium has 2 or 3 more runs, yes. So you get to listen to her, and she's coming up right now. Yeah, I'd like to turn this one off. I may need you guys' help because I got to see something as well. So we did first or something like that.
Get me an effort.
Yes, we have to switch it up now.
I was going to... Can I meet Iceland?
Yes, next message. Let's see. Okay, people overheard us. Next thing. Yes, we'll be right back.
for updates. If you need anything else, you can ask me.
Oh, you can check it out. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
They just uploaded Belgium interviews.
That is so cool. They give you the codes and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, but what, do I have to get it?
It's at the official Eurovision app, right?
Yeah.
She's been better this run through, I think. That's shouty. Except for that last note. Keep in mind, sometimes what you hear... No, the stream will not get taken down. We got confirmation from the EBU. Things may sound a little different when you hear it. The sound coming over the speaker rather than what we hear. It sounded pretty good to me. Certainly not something that couldn't be forgiven. So I think it was fine. The microphone picked it up maybe in not as more flattering manner. So that's where we're at. So just to answer some questions, I saw a lot going on here while this is happening. We're going to turn off this stream in just a minute once Sennek is done rehearsing, and we turn on the other one right away. Or like within like a minute or two. So make sure it's already scheduled on our website. So make sure to have it up, and then I'll grab something to eat. And then in the meantime, someone, either Sean or Effie, will entertain you. And it will take turns. So we'll be around. Yay! So we don't have to take breaks since we don't have to mute it anymore. There are plenty of rehearsals coming up. But keep in mind, if we have the stream on for the hour, there will be nothing going on. We'll just be chatting, right? So you can ask questions, and later on, we'll have a roaming camera, hopefully. Maybe not today because we don't have many people, but starting tomorrow, where we're just going to capture some moments in the press center and in the interview rooms and in the press conference room, right? And we're going to show you around. We could do that during the lunch break, actually. One of us could run around and maybe do that.
Show the arena and stuff.
Yeah, live. Well, not even the arena. You can get in there.
No, but outside the arena.
Yeah, outside the arena. And I can show that on here. So,
Nice question from Alice Wanda.
question.
Will you post the reactions from the press center like last year?
Actually, we're going to have our reaction and the press center reaction. Now, the press center setup is a little weird. I don't know where we're going to set it up because it's kind of blocked the view. I'm going to show you around in the press center as well once we're done with the rehearsals because we can show you the screen, right? So, so much going on. So we'll entertain you. We'll keep you let me entertain. I know that song. I don't know the actual melody or the words. So we're gonna have a roaming camera, and that'll be so much fun. We just have one or two more. Oh, this is the nicest thing. What I like, Eugent and Sennek's vocals and Aisel staging. And you people. Well, thank you. Thank you. Somebody's asking to give like a 10 out of 10 for each performance. Average is 5. This is tough. I don't know if I just base it objectively on the staging, not the song. I would give Azerbaijan an 8. Just based on the staging, I really liked it, especially on camera when you have all the special effects. It looked really, really good. I thought I would even give it an 8.5 maybe. It was definitely very impressive. Iceland, I would give a 3 actually. I was just not impressed with it. I just didn't like the vibe it gave off. It's already old-fashioned, and it just didn't add more. And then Albania, I give it 7, and Belgium also a 7. And Sennek is alone on stage, by the way, if that's what you're asking. If you're asking about Azerbaijan, no, she's not alone on stage. In the beginning, she is, and then she's joined by others. Okay, so this is Belgium one more time. They're still figuring out the lighting. Now we just see a forehead. The light's on her forehead. And they're still shaking. And you see like the red light underneath it. This is not good. Yeah, the beginning is still bad. Enough time. Belgium is performing right now. Before it. So. No more muting. Nope, we don't have to mute. We have to make it ambiance though. We kind of have to talk over it. So that's what I'll be doing a little bit. They always change the rules every year. So, that's what's happening. So keep in mind, after this we have an hour break, but we'll be on, we'll just turn it on. Sorry, I started singing, I'm like, oopsie. I love it's Mad featuring Sennek, not the other way around. It's ambient sound, like we cannot just sit next to the microphone and like speaker and have you play it. But we can at least have it on like this. And when we come back, I will unplug this microphone. My voice will not be as clear, but maybe it'll pick up the sound better. We want Nick. Okay, now everyone's picking on me. Oh, there's a lot of blue lights now. Yes, more. They fixed they've changed so much already now. It's way better. This is why the rehearsal. Slick. What?
Sleeker.
Yeah, it's much sleeker with the lighting, the angle like from below, and then you see the lights in the back dancing with the music. This was way, way better. This was really. Oh, she's goofing off right now. So yes, so this was the best one yet of her run-throughs. They figured out the camera work, and that's why they do it. And that was our biggest concerns because she looked in the wrong cameras and what's going on. But that has been going. She has backup vocalists, but they don't sing the melody with her. They do like more like the from what I'm hearing. They're not really singing along with her. Okay, so next up is Czech Republic, but you have to wait an hour, I think. Does anybody have the rehearsal schedule up? Huh? 40 minutes? Okay, we have about a 40-minute break. We'll be on in just a few minutes. We're just going to turn this stream off. And you can, we're going to switch over to the other one. So make sure to go to our website. The link is already up, so you're not going to miss a thing. We wouldn't have scheduled 3 different ones if it wasn't for the whole, uncertainty. But this is what the beauty of day 1. She's not using any props. She's staying on the bridge. She's not on the stage. She's like on the bridge in front of it. So that's kind of her prop thing. So starting tomorrow, it'll. Yeah, I'm doing that in 2 seconds. I'm almost done with it. How much time do we have?
What?
How much time do we have for the
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Because it's starting at 12:25.
Oh, okay. Where's Effort?
for 2 minutes to the toilet, I think.
Give it to me real quick.
Coming back.
Your phone? I'll just put it in. Otherwise, it's easier.
Coming back.
Sorry, guys. We're multitasking here right now, so just bear with me.
Thank you.
It's the beauty of live TV. Next.
25.
I'm just going to give him some information here.
How long does it take to get to the mall?
How many should I pay for you this?
Go.
120.
I'm so sorry I'm being quiet, guys. I just have to type this up here real quick. This is like a matter of time here right now.
Get out right now.
Get out. Oh, I have to verify it again. Confirm your recovery email. Because, you know, I'm usually in America, and now that I'm logging in from overseas, my YouTube is like, you can't.
Thank you.
There you go, sir. You know what to do, right? Thank you. Sorry, guys. So we're back. So I am going to turn off this. Now you got to listen to me not talk. It's just for me to turn this off. So switch over to the other stream. We will be online in just a minute or two. And then probably Sean will take over for a few minutes. And then I'll be grabbing something to eat because I'm fainting. The live stream will be on YouTube. Oh, no, I need food. I don't need like.
Oh, okay.
I need real food, like grown-ups eat, you know.
Nah.
So just switch over there. I'm from the U.S., but I live in America. I am in Lisbon right now. Is what I'm trying to say. That's how you're American. I haven't eaten yet. So I live in the U.S., but I'm in Lisbon right now, obviously. Oh wait, we have another Belgium one. I lied. So we're going to stay on for this. And then we switch over. Yep, here we go. Unspoken. My accent is very good. Thank you. I'm trying. Because if I had a British accent, I wouldn't say Matt. I would say Matt. Matt. That's how Sean says my name. Matt. Like a sheep. Matt. I'm going to wait until after this performance.
No, but they're asking. You won't need to switch over to anything. It'll be the same channel. We'll just start up another line.
Well, I have a different link there. So I scheduled the event, so they have to switch over there. It'll show up. Just refresh. It'll show up.
You should get a notification.
Oh, you know what?
Subscribe.
You know what? I can just delete the other ones, and we'll use this one instead. We're just going to change the title.
Yeah, but will it save it?
It will save it. Everything that yeah, of course it will save it. Any live stream will be saved. Oh, no, you know what? You can only have 4 hours of live stream, I think. Then you have to turn it off anyway, so we have to switch over.
Yeah, just do it now.
Yeah, we'll switch over. Sorry, we're just figuring things out.
Hello.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I do not. So can I get it from you, or should I go up there?
You should go to the information.
Okay.
They will assign you the number.
Okay, I haven't done that yet. Thank you.
Yeah, because
It's a pleasant song. It's a really pleasant song. She changed her outfit, right? Like she's wearing that dressy thing now. She didn't have that before. No, it's did she have that dress thingy as well? Oh, I never noticed that. Okay. People saying ours has much better quality and better sound, but now I'm worried if I'm taking off the microphone that it will be worse. So maybe you should try with this microphone first. I don't know what to do.
That will be better. I know
This
that,
one?
I know that better.
You think it'll pick up the rest?
Yeah.
But at least it doesn't pick up all the noise in the back as much. So we'll try that one. Okay, so there you have it. This was Belgium's rehearsal. And forgive me for the little messy kind of approach here, because, you know, it's day one, rules changed. Tomorrow will be way more slick and going forward. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn off this live stream, because you can only record for live stream for 4 hours anyway. So I'm going to turn this one off. We're going to switch over to the next one. And we'll be back in like 60 seconds, okay? Or like, I shouldn't say that. Give me 2 minutes. But we will be back. If you leave, you're stupid. There, I said it. Why am I looking at the camera? The camera's up there. I'm talking. I'm looking at myself in the thing here. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. So don't go anywhere, or I'll find you.